All right, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, giving all praises, honor, glory, respect, and blessings to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Racha Kwadash. Salutations to the Lord's elect on the four corners of the earth, pushing this truth and sincerity while patiently waiting for Yahweh Shai's return. And double honors to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone, which have taught us everything we know through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai. And I wanted to do a video, it's a video that must be done every once in a while. Going into how in the last days, there's going to be false prophets out there, in which a lot of these false prophets, they're a part of that wide gate. Now, I don't know if it's Matthew's the 7th chapter, but Yahweh Shai said, "Enter ye in at the straight gate, for wide is the way, broad is the way, and that leadeth unto destruction, and many there be that go in thereat." And the reason why a lot of these people follow these false prophets and these false Israelite groups is because they teach things that are appealing to the world, because one thing about these false prophets and these false teachers, they like to bend and twist the scriptures to fit their life. And then they go and push this narrative that, no, you can do this. You got some guys out there who teach you don't have to go out on the highways and hedges. You got some guys who teach that so-called white people can be saved. You got some guys who teach that you don't have to go out in the wintertime to teach. You can sit in your warm, cozy apartment building and do videos that way. And the Lord is not dealing with that. No. You got some guys who say that that Babylon is the Vatican City, and there's just all kind of madness and confusion that's being pushed out there. Now, if you get deceived by these false prophets, if you follow these false prophets, well, the Lord is not dealing with you. Now, like Apostle Tahar said, there are members of the elect that are amongst these false Israelite groups, but the Lord is going to wake them up and bring them to the correct doctrine, to the correct teachings, because you got to have a spiritual eye in order to discern who has the truth and who doesn't. Now, I'm on the brother Manak Dezakbar's page from South Carolina, and he recently did a video on this false prophet that you see on the screen right here. And this dude went left field, man. I don't know what he said. Jeremiah 10 is not talking about Christmas. Then what is it talking about? Because the main part of Christmas is what? You got to have the Christmas tree, right? You got to have the Christmas tree if you want to have a proper Christmas. You got to have a tree. And Jeremiah 10 clearly speaks about how a tree is cut down out of the forest. And then they nail it, they fasten it to the ground so it stands up, they deck it with gold and silver. Come on, man. That's clearly talking about a Christmas tree. But again, you got guys going off, You got some teachers who say, you can take the jump shot, the juicy juice. So what I'm going to do is let's go to the book of Matthew, chapter 24, verse 1. It says, "And Yahushua went out and departed from the temple, and his disciples came to him for to shew him the buildings of the temple. And Yahushua said unto them, See ye not all these things? Verily I say unto you, There shall not be left here one stone upon another that shall not be thrown down. And as he sat upon the Mount of Olives, the disciples came unto him privately, saying, Tell us, when shall these things be? And what shall be the sign of thy coming and of the end of the world? And when it says the end of the world, that word world there, when you look it up, it goes back to the Greek word aeon, which means an age. Okay, and right now we're living in the age of Esau, Edom's empire, his rule. Okay. Furthermore, when you go to 2nd Esdras, the 6th chapter, it tells you that Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. So, in order for the righteous kingdom to be established, this wicked one must first come to an end, in which it will during World War III via nuclear missiles. Also, when you go to the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 1, verse 4, it tells you that the earth abideth forever. So the earth is going nowhere. So it says, what shall be the end of the world? Right? And Yahushua answered and said unto them, take heed that no man deceive you. Now, why did Yahushua say that? Because he knew that in the last days, there'll be many false prophets out there claiming that the Lord is dealing with them. Because that's basically what you're doing. You're basically saying that the Lord have anointed you to push the doctrine. But your doctrine is off. There's many holes in it, like Swiss cheese. Okay? The Lord is not dealing with somebody who's trying to bend and twist and be lit. No. You got to teach the 100% correct truth. All right, I'm back. So I'm going to read it again. Matthew 24, verse 4. It says, and Yahushua answered and said unto them, take heed that no man deceive you. For many shall come in my name, saying, I am the anointed, and shall deceive many. And that's what's happening. There's a lot of guys who are following these false Israelite groups who are being deceived. But like the scriptures say, right? The deceived and the deceiver belong to the Lord. Okay? Furthermore, the scriptures say that if that person has been deceived by that prophet, the Lord is the one who did it. So, you got a lot of guys out there following these false Israelite groups because they want the easy way out. But Yahushua spoke about that, right? Yahushua said, if any man try to climb up some other way, and to the house, the same as a thief and a robber. So Yahushua is not dealing with somebody who's trying to, they're trying to get in through the side window. They're trying to use a ladder to get up to the second floor. No. Yahushua said you got to come in through the front door. And if you're not coming in through the front door, then obviously there's something about the scriptures that you have a problem with. Now, real quick, I'm gonna open up my Opera app here. Okay, then I'm gonna do this. Okay, let's type in Bible, right? So Bible, and then I'm gonna type in it says, for many false prophets are gone out into the world. KJV. So find the King James version of this. Okay, let's see. Here we go. So I'm gonna just Okay, 1 John chapter 4 verse 1 says this: Beloved, believe not every spirit. Why? Because not every spirit is going to come in the spirit of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Okay? Only the elect is going to come in the spirit of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. You're going to have some false prophets out there that's going to come in the name of Satan. They're going to come in their own name for their own glory. They're going to come in the name of Esau. So, beloved, believe not every spirit, but try the spirits, whether they are of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Why? Because many false prophets are gone out into the world. Many false prophets. Geno Jennings is a false prophet. The Lord is not dealing with that dude. Okay, fucking General Yohana of ISUPK. The Lord is not dealing with him. Nate of IUIC, the Lord is not dealing with him. Okay, the self-proclaimed high priest Gabar from GOCC, the Lord is not dealing with him. Zabak from HOI, the Lord is not dealing with any of these false Israelite groups. Okay, I don't care what nobody say. Anybody who teaches that mermaids exist, the Lord is not dealing with you. Like somehow you're going to be on the beach and then out of nowhere, a mermaid's going to swim out of the water and she's going to be sitting all next to you and smiling, putting her hand on your head. And no, man, mermaids do not exist. But that's what GOCC teaches. Now, let's go to just a moment here. Because what these false prophets do is they pluck the skin off the people. See, like, excuse me, especially if they've been taught the scriptures, right? They've been taught and everything, but then they go and listen to these false Israelite groups. What these false Israelite groups are doing is they're basically plucking the skin off you. They're plucking the flesh, the sinews, They're basically plucking everything off of you until there's nothing left but bones. So now let's go back here, right? Teaching things that they ought not. Let's do this. Okay. Teaching things that they ought not, for filthy lucre. Okay. Titus. So this is the book of Titus, chapter 1, verse 11. It says, you know what? Let me see what's in verse 10. So bear with me for one moment. Ooh, definitely start at verse 10. So I'm going to start at verse 10 right here, okay? Titus chapter 1, verse 10. It says, for there are many unruly and vain talkers. And that's what these false Israelites are. These false prophets. They are unruly and vain talkers, They just say any old thing, man. When it comes to dealing with the Holy Scriptures, you got to be careful. You just can't wing it. You can't just say whatever you can't just teach whatever you want to teach. Because like it tells you in Matthew 12 and 36, you're going to be judged for every word that you say. Like Yahweh Shai said, Every idle word that men shall speak, they shall give account thereof in a day of judgment. So every idle word that come out of your mouth, especially concerning the scriptures, you're going to be judged for it. So you just can't teach any old thing. You know, you got to move with fear when it comes to dealing with the scriptures. But that's also another problem that these false Israelites have. These false Israelite groups. Well, not false Israelites, but these false Israelite groups. Another problem they have is that they have no fear of the Lord. They ain't got no fear. You know, that's why that's why they're teaching about a flat earth. They teaching in the hell doctrine. You know, they say that Jeremiah 10 is not talking about Christmas because ultimately they want to celebrate Christmas. Okay, they want to keep Esau's wicked holidays. So, because when the scriptures tell you not to do something, right? When you find it grievous to where you simply just don't want to keep it, what you'll do is you'll start premeditating in your mind how you can bend and twist the scriptures so you can be justified in doing it. Or no, you see that, brother? And no, it's not talking about Christmas. Wait, well, you know what? Hey, you know what? You're going to celebrate Christmas one day, man, and the Lord's going to have that Christmas tree burn down your house. Because it's a curse to keep Esau's high holy days. Well, not high holy days. It's a curse to keep Esau's holidays. You're gonna keep Christmas, but not the Passover. You know. You know. You're not gonna, keep the Day of Atonement. But hey, that's fine, because there's a consequence for that. So it says, for there are many unruly and vain talkers and deceivers, especially they of the circumcision. They of the circumcision is talking about those who know they are Israelites. Therefore, when 1 Peter 4 verse 17 come to pass, the ones who know they are Israelites is going to get it bad. The Lord is going to get you because you are not doing what he said to do. Read Luke, the 14th chapter. Yahushua said, and he that knew his Lord's will and prepared not himself shall be beaten with many stripes. So when judgment starts with the house of Israel, you niggas who know that you're Israelites, but you're still refusing to do that which is right inside of the Lord is going to judge you for it. Okay? So it says, especially they of the circumcision. Now let's go to verse 11. It says, whose mouths must be stopped, who subvert whole houses, teaching things which they ought not for filthy lucre's sake. And a lot of these guys, they're going off on purpose. They're bending and twisting the scriptures. And the reason why they're doing it is because they've taken the bag. They sold out under the 501c3 charter. So the Lord is not dealing with these false Israelite groups. But with that, I'm going to say Shalom is on to the next one.